From Dylan O'Brien getting run over by a car during the filming of Maze Runner, to Letitia Wright ending up with a concussion and a fractured shoulder on the set of Wakanda Forever. Let's take a look at actors who hurt themselves while doing their own stunts. Right off the bat, it's Dylan O'Brien and his terrifying stunt gone wrong scene. Back in 2016, Dylan was days into shooting for the third installment of the Maze Runner franchise when he suffered quite a horrible stunt accident. He'd been attached to a moving truck, but was suddenly yanked back by the gear he was wearing and run over by the car behind him. The incident left him with a concussion, facial fracture, and brain trauma, among other injuries. According to O'Brien, he broke most of the right side of his face. To no one's surprise, production shut down for several weeks and then indefinitely. There were even rumors of Dylan not returning to film the movie. As you guys can guess, it wasn't easy getting over something so severe. In an interview, the Teen Choice Award winner explained how the accident left a huge toll on his mind. So much so that there was a point where he didn't feel capable of engaging in social situations. Dylan was even ready to quit acting. What a loss that would have been for the industry, right? Fortunately, after recovery, he changed his mind and was able to finish filming. But to this day, O'Brien expressed that he gets anxiety on set whenever he has to do a stunt, and is always checking his safety gear all the time. And who can blame him, right? That said, when it comes to actors who don't mind doing risky stunts and getting hurt in the process, only one name comes to everyone's mind. Yep, I'm talking about Tom Cruise. Now, nobody can deny that his stunts are legendary, right? I mean, the guy has climbed Dubai's Burj Khalifa and even hung off the back of an Airbus 400, just to make the Mission Impossible movies as realistic as possible. So it should really come as no surprise for anyone to know that Tom has suffered injuries while filming some of these stunts. During the shooting of Mission Impossible Fallout, Tom was shooting a scene where he had to jump between two buildings. He clearly ended up mistiming his leap and crashed into the side of the second building. Cruise snapped his ankle in the process and knew instantly that it was broken. Still, the actor got up and carried on with the take. There's even horrifying footage of it. Thankfully, the injury took only a few months to heal, and the veteran actor was back on set to shoot the rest of the movie. But that's not all. In Ghost Protocol, Tom famously performed stunts around the Burj Khalifa. Turns out that on the very first day of shooting, he was attached to the building by a cord that was equivalent to a piano wire. When strong winds smashed him into the side of the skyscraper, but the actor was able to hold on. I mean, just imagine how much worse that could have ended for him. Now, let's go from one daring actor to another. It's Leonardo DiCaprio cutting his hand. No doubt, DiCaprio is one of the finest acting talents of his generation, if not of all time. So much so that even a bloody injury can't get in the way of him delivering a captivating performance. Back when he was filming Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained, the Oscar-winning actor was supposed to slam his fist on the table to make a point in one scene, but Leonardo ended up smashing a glass accidentally and cut his hand. And you want to know what the actor did? DiCaprio refused to break character and continued on delivering his monologue. I mean, he actually started to pick pieces of broken glass from the wound while acting. DiCaprio was so committed to the part that he actually bled for it. Quentin loved the whole stunt gone wrong scene so much that he decided to add it to the final cut. And everyone thought it was fake until the incident was revealed to the public. Moving on, while Leo's injury wasn't that scary, Letitia Wright ended up with a concussion and fractured shoulder. Back in 2021, after countless COVID-19 related delays, fans were finally happy to hear that filming for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever had started. That is, until the traumatic incident with Letitia happened. While on set in Boston, Letitia was placed on a biscuit rig, which allowed the camera to shoot her riding a motorcycle in a real environment. Then, according to the film's producer Nate Moore, the rig faced an issue, due to which it sheared the bike off, and it tumbled with Wright right on it. The set accident was so bad that the actress was rushed to the hospital. Like I mentioned earlier, the mishap left her with a concussion and a fractured shoulder, among other injuries. Production of the movie was shut down for the rest of the year. Wright later talked about the accident with Variety in an interview. She stated how traumatized she was by the whole thing and was still working through it in therapy. However, she was determined to finish the film as a tribute to her late co-star Chadwick Boseman. Even after production resumed in January 2022, Letitia had to face post-concussion syndrome. Still, she's hardly the only actor in the Marvel Universe who's gotten injured while doing her own stunt. Take, for instance, Jamie Alexander, who herniated a disc on her spine. Yeah, you heard that right. Now, Jamie played a warrior goddess in Thor, but turns out that was no help to her in real life. While filming for Thor: The Dark World, Alexander fell from a high structure and ended up injuring herself badly. And when I say badly, guys, I mean she herniated a disc, dislocated her left shoulder, chipped 11 vertebrae, and tore her right rhomboid. Talk about a nasty fall. Plus, the actress didn't just rush to the hospital. Nope, she waited a whole day. Who even does that? Jamie revealed that when she sat in the car to go to the hospital, she knew something was wrong. Well, she was definitely right, because turns out she had compressed her spine, and because of that, both her right leg and right hand were paralyzed for a while. Now, this may come across as shocking, but the actress was back at work within a week. According to the actress, it was all just a swelling thing, and once that went down, she was ready to film her fight sequences. That said, let me tell you guys, no other celeb is a more accident-prone individual in Hollywood than Halle Berry. There's just so many incidents from multiple sets where she's ended up hurting herself while performing a stunt. In the movie Bruised, Berry was playing a disgraced mixed martial arts fighter when she cracked 2 of her ribs. And then on the set of John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, she broke 3 ribs. Berry even got a shard of glass in her eye while filming Die Another Day. That just sounds super painful, but that's not all. The actress once fell and hit her head on the cement floor while shooting for the film The Call. What's more is that while on the set of Cloud Atlas, she broke her foot. And during the filming of Gothica, she twisted her arm. She's cursed. For real. No other explanation. It's safe to say that when Halle gets hurt on set, she gets hurt. Well, there you have it. Those were times when actors hurt themselves while doing their own stunts.